Hi, this is Brett from SRmoto.com. I wanted to give a quick overview and then a demonstration of the DRC Edge2 integrated taillight kit that we sell for the Suzuki DRZ400S and DRZ400SM. This integrated taillight kit will fit either of those bikes, starting with the 2000 model year all the way up through the current model year. What we've got here is our 2008 DRZ400SM project bike, which we do have fitted with this DRC Edge2 integrated taillight kit. Kind of show you what it looks like on the bike. As you can see, it's much smaller than the stock DRZ taillight assembly. Really cleans up the rear end of the bike, nice and compact. I'll do a demonstration here in a few minutes, kind of show you how it works, how bright it is, and stuff like that. Just to give you a size comparison with the stock taillight assembly, this is the OEM DRZ400SM or S taillight assembly that we took off the bike. As you can see, it's real kind of big and ugly with the big taillight, big turn signals. So you're going to replace that with basically this. This is the DRC Edge2 taillight kit. So as you can see, there's a pretty noticeable size difference between the two. And while I'm kind of talking about this, I'll kind of give you an overview, a couple of the options that we sell along with this kit. Obviously, the main part of the taillight kit or package is going to be the taillight assembly itself. That includes the license plate bracket and all that stuff. But then there's a couple optional parts that we sell with the kit. The first of which is going to be this OEM connector kit. And what this is, it just makes it easier to install on the bike. These are actually pre-wired Suzuki DRZ400 OEM plugs. You're going to crimp those on to the wires coming out of the new taillight, and then it's just going to plug right into the harness on the bike. So that way you don't have to cut any of the wires on your bike. Again, this is an optional part of the kit. Most people seem to add it on. It's well worth it to simplify the installation process. And then the other optional part of the kit that we sell is this fixed rate turn signal flasher. Might be kind of hard to see what that is, but what it is, when you install this taillight kit on the bike, whether you have LEDs in the front, as for LED turn signals in the front, or if you have your stock turn signals in the front, they're going to start to flash faster once you install this taillight kit. They'll flash about twice as fast as they used to. So if you want to slow that flash rate back down to the normal flash rate, you'll want to install this fixed rate turn signal flasher. We definitely do recommend it on the DRZ400. So, you know, you can add it on when you purchase the taillight kit itself. So that's the main parts of the package. The taillight itself, the optional OEM connector kit, and then the optional fixed rate turn signal flasher. Okay, before I demonstrate how this integrated taillight kit works on the bike, I wanted to go over a couple other things real quick. As far as the installation goes, I'm not going to go into details on the installation here on this video, but this integrated taillight kit is custom made for the DRZ400S or DRZ400SM. So it's going to bolt right onto the subframe of the bike without any modifications or anything. It comes with pretty thorough installation instructions, so it should be very simple to install it on the bike and get it working. One of the other things I wanted to mention, we get a lot of calls and emails with questions about what color taillight lens to go with. We sell this kit with either the smoke taillight lens or the red taillight lens. And people ask, you know, is the red going to be any brighter than the smoke? What we've got on our bike here is the smoke taillight lens. And again, you can get it in red as well. As far as brightness, when the lights are on, there really is no difference. The smoke is going to be just as bright as the red. So it's just the difference between the two is mainly going to be when the lights are off. This smoke lens is going to be a little stealthier looking and a little bit more hidden on the bike, whereas the red, you know, will be stand out a little bit more. But when the lights are actually on and when the brake light's on and the turn signals are on, there really is no difference in the brightness. You'll see here in the demonstration I'm going to do with the smoke lens that everything appears really nice and bright, so you're very visible on the road. So again, no difference between the red or the smoke as far as the brightness goes. Okay, now I'll demonstrate how the tail light, the brake light, and the turn signals work on the bike. It comes on initially as a running light. You'll see that it's nice and bright. Also, you'll notice up underneath the tail light itself, it's got LEDs that'll light up the license plate for you. That's built right in. You don't have to do anything special or wire anything special. That's going to work automatically. Really lights up the license plate really nicely. So that's how it looks with the running light on. Now I'll kind of try to show you here how the brake light works. And you'll notice built in by default is this safety brake pulsing. So every time you hit the brakes, it's going to pulse the brake light a few times. You can disable that if you want to, but by default it works that way. So it's kind of a nice safety feature to the tail light. Now I'll kind of show you how the turn signals work. And I'll kind of explain a little bit here about how these turn signals work and some of the options you have. We've got this set to do what's called the scrolling flash, but there's like 5 other scrolling types that you can change it to. It's programmable. The instructions tell you how to do it. It's really easy. There's a standard flash where just half the tail light will flash. There's a couple different speeds that it'll flash at if you want to change that. There's a chase flash where it kind of scrolls across the whole tail light. We just happen to go with the scrolling flash on this bike. I kind of like the way it looks. So again, that's a nice feature that's kind of built right into it. Now we have got some questions about what happens when you hit your brakes when the turn signals are on. Kind of try to show you how that works. Essentially, everything just gets brighter. It continues to flash, but everything brightens up. So that way your brake light is still visible and your turn signals are still visible. The safety brake pulsing that I showed earlier is disabled whenever the turn signals are on, so that way the turn signal keeps flashing. Okay, so that's about it. That's kind of how the turn signals work. Now I'll kind of show you how it looks in the dark to kind of show you how bright it is. Okay, so this is what the running light is going to look like in the dark. And I'll say this right off the bat that if in the video it looks like it's flickering a little bit, don't worry, it doesn't do that in real life. It's actually just kind of doing it in the video. The other thing too, in the dark here, the LEDs kind of appear to be a little bit washed out, but if you look at the taillight in person, it actually, you can see the individual LEDs lit up, so it looks a little bit different than it does on the video. So that's how the running light works, or looks in the dark. Hit the turn signals here. So that's going to show you how the turn signals look in the dark, and again, ignore that flickering. And you'll notice that the license plate light, really lights up the license plate for you. I'm going to show you the brake light. See the safety brake pulsing. Again, everything to me is much brighter than the stock tail light, even though it's a lot smaller. So you're much more visible, in my opinion, with this setup installed. Okay, so that's about it for our demonstration of the DRC Edge2 integrated taillight kit for the Suzuki DRZ400S and DRZ400SM. If you want to get to our websites, go over that real quick. Our main blog website is SRmoto.com. You can go there, get information on our project bikes, some of the different products we sell, some of the projects we're working on. Our online store, where you can purchase this integrated taillight kit as well as any other parts we sell for the DRZ400s, is at soloracer.com. If you go there and over on the left menu, click on the Suzuki DRZ400S and SM parts section, you'll see all the parts we sell for the bike, including this integrated taillight kit. If you have any questions, shoot us an email, sales@soloracer.com. And our phone number is also listed on the website if you have any questions, you want to talk about anything over the phone. Again, it's Brett from SRmoto.com. Thanks for watching.